Warning: the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Coach's Box. This is going to be kind of an interesting one.
Very interesting.
Hang on, I didn't unmute you, buddy. It's
a very interesting one.
Very interesting one indeed. Just as you can see the background here, we are live from beautiful St. Pius. I know it's Jason's favorite place to be in the entire world. Don't lie, Jason. You can tell the people the truth, and it's okay.
No.
We had to call a little bit of an audible. It's Thursday, and a lot of rain and stuff in the forecast, and a bunch of people that are out and about going to eat. And La Pachanga was a little full tonight, and that kind of obviously we want Joel to be able to have customers and be able to have his restaurant full of people. And let's just say that when I got there to set up, it was absolutely packed. So, and we are shorthanded by quite a bit tonight. As you can see on our little split screen, it's just me and Coach Jarvis tonight.
Just found out.
Just found out literally, a minute and a half ago, right before we got on air, and Coach Blair had to go and be a part of his son's graduation from St. Rose and be with his family. And Zach McVey, despite all the rain, is playing up at GCS with St. Pius Lancers taking on Chester, Illinois. So the great thing about having turf on your field.
Hey, you don't miss games.
You don't miss games.
Nope.
So unless it's lightning, guess what? You're playing.
I sat down in Cape and watched us play Cape at that beautiful new turf field they have, and
yeah,
it rained the entire game.
Entire game, so it doesn't even matter.
It was good to know the coach, so I got to sit in the dugout and stay dry.
Oh yeah, that does work.
It was not a fun time to watch a game.
No, and it's it's just part of it.
We've solved this problem on this show.
We did solve the problem. I mean, go ahead, Jason. We talked about it.
We've talked about it a million times. We just push some sports back, and you play into June with baseball. I know that's after school's over, but it makes it a lot easier. ADs aren't having to scramble every week, every other day, if not every day, to try to find games.
Well, and that's the thing too. You're talking to Tilden. We're hosting two districts here. That's boys volleyball and soccer, and for Tim Shumpert, that is as much soccer talk as I'm going to say on this show tonight. Just to spite you and your snide comment to me before we went on the air. But
he made a comment before you even got on the air.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to know if I was going to talk about that sport we don't speak of. That was it. That was the extent of it. You got one
Kevin's sport.
Yeah, Kevin and Jim Powers sport.
Neither one of them look like they ever played soccer or could have played soccer, for that matter.
What's the old saying is if you can't play, you coach it?
Not saying anything because I'm not the lightest here, but
But anyway, it is tough for ADs, man, because you got all this stuff going on. And that's the thing about winter. We had to worry about inclement weather, but boy, I'll tell you what, spring just makes it tough. It just does.
Winter, unless you're having a tournament, it's not too hard to make it up. But spring's tough, man.
Oh yeah,
you're baseball. Jeez,
because you're up against the calendar. Yeah, you can't. You can't go over with basketball, but you definitely can't go over with anything in the spring because hey, kids are gonna be gone. Like, hey, dude, I graduated, so peace out. See ya. Deuces, as I always say. I don't know, Jason. Would you have wanted to come back to high school and play after you? Now, you say now. Everybody wants to go back and play like that one more game, but you just graduated high school. Not in that moment. No. Absolutely not. Hell no, I'm gone. See you. Bye-bye.
Especially if you don't have really a chance to win state, or I know they always say, well, anything's possible. Well, okay. Anything is possible, and I'll say that as a coach sometimes, but
I don't believe it.
Probabilities are
chances are. Hey, let me shake the magic 8-ball. It's not happening.
No.
So, there's a lot of I'll tell you what. We have such an active county sports scene going on right now, and I'll be honest with you. I've been an AD for two years out of the 17 years I've been in education. There's no way in hell I would want to be an AD at this point in time. Man, don't break it.
Oh man, now it's buzzing. Gosh dang it! But no, I wouldn't want to be an AD. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't. It's got to get tough, and you're also worried about track.
Yep.
And if it's bad weather, sometimes it cancels track meets too. So. There's a lot, it'd be interesting. Golf.
Oh, yeah, golf.
Can't be holding the lightning stick out there on the golf course, so. We had a state qualifier, Jackson Goodwin. Have to throw some props out there. I know
there you go.
Pius has got a whole team, I think,
or something? Got a whole team, Yep.
So, cool to see some golfers moving forward.
Yeah, I like playing golf, just I'm not any good at it.
He has a good refreshment with him when he's playing golf, probably.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Have to
to
stay hydrated. That's right. Ride the golf car, you drink some water, it's hot outside. What's funny is I'm looking at our split screen, and I guess I set the cameras up wrong, so I'm going to flip these. There we go. So that way when we turn and look at each other, we're looking at each other this way.
So I was looking over here.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Well, and look, we can all make fun of it all we want, but this wasn't planned. I had everything set up for at least 3 people, but I don't want to throw him under the bus. It's family time right now. That's important. So, but he's not here, so he is fair game.
And I said in my commercial, I know Blair will be there, and Miller and Jarvis, and I didn't name anyone else because they'd never come. And so now Blair's not here, but hey, it happens.
Yeah, it does. Don't want to give him too much of a hard time.
Deering, like I said, it is possible. You guys are unique in that Crystal plays in a large conference and then goes and plays Class 1 or 2. Okay, so that's.
Are you already stirring up the natives?
No, he said it. Anything is possible. I know anything is possible.
It kind of is,
but
Well, and I think a lot of our obviously the golf's doing well. I don't know about the big schools or Seckman or any of those schools, but I know that our small schools are doing well, and I think they all have opportunities to move on in the state tournament and the state playoffs and compete at the highest level for something special.
It does look right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Because you can turn and look like this, and it's not like you're talking to each other.
We don't look stupid.
Looking that way. Yeah, I would definitely look stupid doing that.
Talking to looking stupid, how about Bobby Huggins?
Oh, my gosh. We'll jump right into whatever he wants tonight. Hey, it's just us, so we can make
up whatever I want.
Sure, yeah.
Hey, McVey, we got a script. It's right here and right over there.
That's right. I'm just running the board and
But how about Bobby? I mean, and to lose $1 million a year because of it. Gets suspended for 3. Man, no one must really want to coach West Virginia.
You know, when I saw that, I'm like, they must be really hard up to find anybody who wants to coach.
I was like,
any of us would do anything remotely close to that, you're fired.
Oh my gosh.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I mean, I wouldn't even. Yeah, I mean, something like that. I said something like that tonight. That'd be it.
It's over. It's game over.
I mean, one of these wonderful people watching would be reporting me, and that'd be it.
Well, yeah, because you're not supposed to say things like he did. You
mean,
can't use anti gay terminology when you refer to this isn't the 1970s. You can't say that.
You know,
Coach.
they've said everything from the 90s is coming back, but you can't use that word. That word is not one of them.
No, it's definitely not one of them.
Not one of them. And Coach found out, and he's
gonna learn today. Yeah. Write that check for $1 million.
And I mean, to be honest, do you think he really? You know what's sad? He probably he don't care.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if he really realized that somebody had to probably tell him. Have you ever seen Coach Huggins lately? I saw him at the clinic about 2, 3, 4, maybe it was 3 years ago. Man, I'll tell you what. You know what I like going and listen to? Old coaches tell stories, and he was a dandy. You know, and when I saw his story, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I can see that happening. I could have saw it happening at that clinic that day. Just the way he was talking and telling stories.
I can imagine. You know, I'll tell you, Underwood from Illinois, I saw him last year, and
he's about the same way.
He was pretty interesting, man. He had some stories. He was a good old boy. I'm kind of disappointed. I emailed him because he said email him, and he had this offense I wanted. And I emailed him.
I probably got it written down somewhere, Jason.
I never heard one peep from him, but
what a douche.
Good speaker though. It was good.
Yeah. He actually he's done a good job, but I mean, he should have stayed where he was. He's winning a little bit more.
Hindsight 2020,
a little bit. But boy, I tell you what, those old coaches like that. There's a reason why they're all getting out of it, I think. And I think it's just because it isn't just because of age. It's because, hey, you can't say that no more, man. Now, just think about all the stuff you might have been able to say back in the day, Jason, when you first started coaching, and how much you can't say now. That list keeps growing. It just keeps growing and growing. It isn't the
same, no. That's for sure. And,
no, it's not.
In the light of our culture now, I mean, it's hard to. You got to watch every P and Q, everything.
Oh yeah, and because you never know who's listening. You never know who's recording it.
Well, and you never know how they're going to take it. I could totally mean one thing, and they take it totally the other way.
Oh yeah, I mean it's.
Now his word. There's no. I mean,
I don't think you could have messed that one up.
That one. I mean, that's self-explanatory. I was just surprised. I wasn't surprised. That he only got suspended 3 games.
I couldn't believe. To be honest with you, I thought, well, that's the end of Bob Huggins as we know it.
So
right there.
I'm wondering, it'll be interesting. Will we see the LGBTQ community or any of them at any West Virginia games now?
I'd be protesting.
Yeah,
sitting out there.
Maybe West Virginia needs some publicity.
What was that acronym you just used?
What did I say?
I don't know.
I'm sure it was wrong.
LG.
I can't.
B plus minus sign tilde. I don't know.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I have no idea. Either way, he shouldn't have said it, and then it's just highly inappropriate no matter what. I mean, back in the day, you might be joking with your buddies and say certain things, but this is not those days. We are definitely not in that time frame. Just like things that were said maybe back in the 1940s when we were kids, you couldn't say it. So it's just kind of the way it is.
That I saw just because of what Bobby did, they were bringing up other people that had done it, and it was the sportscaster from was it Cincinnati or what?
Yeah, I remember that.
He used it too, and something about the biggest capital in the world, and he didn't know the mic was hot, and he apologized right then and there on air.
Yeah,
he knew he was done.
That was it. Go ahead and give my farewell speech here while we're at it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Yikes!
You just I didn't hear it, so I didn't watch it. But what I'd read is that he kept saying it. It wasn't like he said it once.
Yeah.
So crazy, just crazy stuff.
Just know what you can and can't say, and if you don't know, then better educate yourself, or I don't know, read a book or a newspaper. I think that would just be the easiest thing to do at that point. But yeah, Coach Huggins, he's a little lighter in the checkbook now.
Yeah, look, I'd like to just have that light part of it. The part that he lost. I would,
Oh yeah, I could definitely pay some bills with that amount.
Pay off some medical bills, that's for sure.
Some days I just, turn on Bare Naked Ladies and they're singing "If I Had $1 Million," and I'm just like, yeah.
Bare Naked Ladies.
I know, right? That's a little throwback for you. Little throwback for you. But yeah, it's we got a crazy world of sports right now. Just go ahead, Jason. You're the topic master. Keep going.
Are we going straight into what I want to go into?
Go ahead.
How about this catcher fiasco?
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know why when Wilson Contreras is sitting over in the dugout that he would call for that pitch, that cutter that Montgomery threw that just got smashed by Gomes.
You can't tell.
He's standing in the dugout. Why would he make that call? Why would he want that pitch? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. He wasn't catching.
Hey, Jack,
he was standing in the dugout because he's playing DH.
Hey, Jack, you didn't pitch much better without Contreras. I mean, dude, we are like the Biden of the MLB right now. The Cardinals are.
Oh boy!
I mean, seriously. I mean, you got to admit. I mean, Biden's been the one of
a lot of jokes.
And I think
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never said any jokes about.
And I think right now, being a lifelong Cardinal fan,
right?
We are the
oh my gosh! It's embarrassing.
I mean, it was a national story. It was
sure.
And national stories about St. Louis, they don't like to talk about us. When we're doing well, they don't like to talk about St. Louis. And so here's a story that, maybe in other cities would. I mean, Cardinal fans are. This is the craziest I've seen. Booing at a home game. There's some fans that are not happy, and you could tell. A buddy of mine went to the game a couple Fridays ago, and he goes, "That's the least amount of people I've ever seen on a Friday night at a ball game in St. Louis."
Why do you want to go watch them?
Well, right now, just to see what the catcher's going to play, DH or
I can tell you right now,
second, short. Where is he playing?
Right now, he's just standing there in his uniform, waiting with the bat. I mean, you signed the guy to be your catcher.
$87 million.
$87 million.
Looks awful stupid at DH or maybe outfield, or at least they ixnayed that.
And, the thing is you spend the money, that he's not as good of a catcher. So, anyways, for people who don't know, who watch our show just to kind of tune in, sometimes we just go into rants and you might not know what's going on. The Cardinals, with their major free agent signing Wilson Contreras, former Cub, to replace Yadier Molina, who's, borderline should be Hall of Famer, one of the best catchers, especially defensive catchers of all time, to replace him. And we all, if you know anything about baseball, Contreras is not Yachty, but he does swing a good stick, but
he's a decent catcher. It's not like he's terrible.
Yeah, he's not terrible. He's just not Yachty, and everybody's used to seeing like, oh, Yachty can do this, and this guy can't do this. Well, okay, that's because he's not freaking Yachty.
What kills me? Mid game, Yachty would switch the way we're going to pitch somebody. Well, this isn't Yachty, folks.
Yeah, it's just not, and I'm sure that so 30 some odd games in, and the Cardinals pitching staff has just been god awful. I mean, on so many levels, we are terrible. And so the front office is just like, okay, well, we're gonna put Contreras. He's just gonna be DH, and we're not gonna have him catch. They bring up another catcher. So now we have 3 catchers on the roster, which doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense if you know anything about baseball. And I don't know enough about baseball, and I still know that's stupid. And
same here.
You got Contreras now, who's going to be a DH. They're going to DH him. Well, then that moves other people around. So you can't put Gorman as a DH, the guy who doesn't play a great second or third base. And you got 2 Gold Glovers out there who are, they're throwing errors all over the place.
Edmund has looked god awful, I think a big part of it is because he's not playing one spot.
Either
you play him at short, you play him at second, and he stays.
So with all that
disrupted that more.
With all that happening, the Cardinals said, okay, well, we're going to put him at DH. We might even play him play Contreras in the outfield. You sign a guy to be the catcher, then you take the catching spot away from him, then you talk about him playing in the outfield. That lasted for a day. They came back and said, we're not going to do that. Nix that idea. And we've got a lot of confidence in him. I'm
still confused at why they're doing all this in the public too. Why is this? Why not just hey, we're going to DH him for a while. He's he's struggling behind plate. You could have made up injury, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, anything. But to sell him out basically put the blame on someone. Well, we don't want to be blamed. Mozeliak doesn't want to be to blame. Our manager doesn't want. So Contreras, you're it.
Yeah,
then they said
fault.
We didn't. That is not what we're doing. What are you doing then?
Well, he's done a good job. It's just that we need to,
Just shut up. If he was here in person, I would just punch John Mozeliak in the face.
Well,
what a bunch of bull. Number one, it's not just because I'm an angry Cardinals fan and I can't stand to watch them suck and lose 10-4 to the freaking Cubs last night. No, what I don't like is the fact that he won't own up to it. John Mozeliak's problem is that he won a World Series with Walt Jocketty's team back in 2012, 2011.
Yeah, 11.
That was Walt Jocketty's freaking team that he won with. They make the World Series a couple years later. They've been to the playoffs so many years. They haven't developed their prospects. They haven't developed the young talent. And all of a sudden, the guy who used to make really good moves, like trading Alan Craig for John Lackey, has made some really bonehead decisions. He's had some very terrible free agent signings. Be honest with you, probably the best free agent signing is Wilson Contreras, and that's not great in the grand scheme of things.
It is if he's catcher. It's not.
Yeah. Oh well. Again, I'm just saying. Like you're talking about it being the signings, and then everybody wants to come. Nobody wants to come play at St. Louis. There's a reason people don't want to come and play here. There's a reason we can't get free agents. There's a reason why this used to be the model franchise, and it's not. It's because John Mozeliak has a big freaking head, won't listen to anybody. Bill DeWitt is just like, okay, I guess we're going to go with whatever you say, and that's it. And he just comes out there, he lies to the public.
Won't open his wallet either.
No, and they lie to the public. Oh, we're going to raise salaries. Because of inflation, they're going to pay more in salaries. That's the only reason why.
That salary cap didn't move.
That's it. That's the only reason why that's happening. And so what happens? All these people who pay all this good money to come watch a baseball game are getting screwed because the product on the field does not match the level of enthusiasm of your fans. Do you want everybody to be like Oakland, where they're going to leave the damn city and say, well, you guys suck. Our stadium sucks. You're not doing anything for us fans, so we're gone.
We're watching Moneyball right now in my history of sports class.
Great movie.
And it's got kids that normally don't pay attention to stuff, and they've kind of gotten into the movie. And I'm like thinking, dude, is that the Cardinals now? I mean, I know you got to have analytics involved, but there's just been some bonehead things that he's done as the manager, and it's not just the manager. And it's like I heard on 101, they weren't prepared for Yachty to be gone. They did not prepare.
How do you not know that you need a plan to replace Yachty?
But I mean, they go out and sign Contreras, but they didn't have a plan. They knew this was not going to be easy. They knew that it wasn't going to be. Did you talk to the pitching staff? If you don't spend money on Contreras and you go with Kisner, you spend that money elsewhere then, and then you go a different route. If that, you don't wait till Contreras gets here and goes, oh, well, your 30-day tryout sucks. We're going to put you at DH for 87 points. Because it's not a good signing for his numbers as a DH or as an outfielder.
No.
As a catcher, he has good numbers.
Yes.
But if he's not catching.
You could have got gosh, I just lost the guy. He's like 40 some odd.
My commercial.
Got like 40 some odd. He's like 40 some odd years old, and he still hits the ball. He used to play for the Rangers, play against the Cardinals in the World Series.
A catcher?
Remember the ball went over his head. No, outfielder. Now he's a DH because he's old, but he still rakes. Well, tell me I'm wrong. You guys who end up DHing at the end of their careers because they're old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because they can't move.
They can't move and they can't play the
We
same
have young
way.
guys that can't play, so
Oh,
that's why.
that's
Like,
true.
But
You could have signed a guy who's an actual DH. You could have signed a guy who's you can hit the ball, but you can't do anything else. Let's get that guy. You could have got Schwarber. You could have got any of those guys.
I wanted Schwarber so bad
Yeah,
when that happened.
yeah.
It's like he's a free agent. You put him at DH. I mean,
Dude, okay.
He rakes.
He might hit 220, but he's going to hit 45 bombs. You know who's not going to hit 45 bombs? Anybody who has a Cardinal uniform on right now. They might give up 45 bombs.
and we're wasting Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
We're wasting Goldschmidt. We're going to end up wasting Arenado. These guys are two cornerstones in their prime, and we're wasting them.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand, and I don't. Okay, so when you put a plan together as a basketball coach, you tend to say, here's where we are, here's what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to get there, right? It's like when you get in the car to go on vacation. Most times, unless you're some hippie or something, and I'm just going, we'll drive anywhere, don't know, and whatever. I'm going to get in my car, and I'm going to know right where I'm freaking going, and I'm going to follow a GPS or a map or whatever I got to do to get there.
It's like tomorrow. I'm going to drive to Nashville.
Yeah, and are you just going to be like, just get in the car and just start driving?
No,
and
we're going to
no,
drive right to the hotel.
go right where you need to go.
Get our stuff out.
Because you made a plan,
Yes.
and you're following the map to get there.
And then we're going to the coaching clinic.
There
and
you
we're gonna
go.
Try to become better basketball coaches. I mean, our fans at Herky should be happy. I'm trying to be better.
There you go. So my point is you don't what is the plan? What is the destination? What are they trying to do with
it
this?
almost makes me feel like we just settled on Contreras as our one thing that we were going to do this summer, and hell or high water, we didn't investigate what we thought it might do. I mean, Ron Rhodes says he's a cancer here, but I don't know that.
How is he a cancer?
The dude's been nothing but positive. He hasn't really said
If
2 words about not playing catcher.
Just think about it. Just think about if that had been an NBA player that you just got signed a free agent deal. Obviously, you're one of the bigger signings they've had in a while. And then we're going to just say, we'll bring you off the bench.
You're a 6-man.
You're a 6-man. How's that go over?
You're not a point guard anymore. You're a shooting guard.
How's that go over with some of your kids that you coach? I mean, for the way he handled it is we talk about accepting your roles. I think we did that a couple weeks ago. That he has handled it with so much grace. I didn't really like Wilson Contreras, especially when he was a freaking Cub.
Yes.
Okay, and it's really hard for me to like anybody who plays for the Cubs.
I'm with you,
but I'll be honest with you. I mean, you look at how he's handled it. I love it.
He
love
said
it.
some things that you knew what he was saying, but he wasn't really,
Yeah.
He didn't come out and just rip them. I'd be pissed if I was him.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's like, you got to be kidding me. I'm a major league catcher, and you gave me that much money.
I've been a major league catcher for how many years?
I won a World Series.
Yeah, it's not like the guy's a chump.
No.
Maybe he doesn't call. I know he doesn't call as good a game as Yachty, but Kisner doesn't either.
Who does?
And neither does Herrera or whoever we bring in here.
Who? Name somebody who calls a good game.
Bring Johnny Bench. I mean, there's not many catchers out there that call games like Yachty.
No.
And we knew it was going to be a struggle, and they kind of just spit in his face. I mean, I'd be pissed. I'd be wanting to trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, I just got here, and that's how you're going to be to me, forget you.
And that's not even compounding all the other stuff, Walker and everything else. No. I could just rip on. I don't understand the whole Walker thing. I just don't understand it. We suck. So why not put him out there and roll him out there every day?
What do you usually tell?
Remember what they said about him? Sorry, the adversity. Oh, we love how you handle adversity. Blah blah blah. First sign of adversity, gone.
Yeah.
We got to send him down the minors.
Why not? And what I tell you that I don't remember. I mean, we might have been us talking. It might have been on the show, but when we all said, "Is Walker going to be on the opening day roster?"
We didn't.
My biggest concern was if he's there, which I didn't think he would be.
No,
if he's there, what are they going to do when all of a sudden either these pitchers catch up with them and they find the hole in the swing? Are they going to stick with them, or are they going to be like, yeah, you're going to go back down. It's going to kill his confidence. I don't care how well he does with adversity. He's also 20 years old. The dude can't even buy a beer to soak his sorrows in. You know?
He's got to be. I mean, I don't know what he's doing.
He's pissed.
I didn't even look at see what he's been doing down there.
He wasn't hitting that great.
Well, I didn't think he would.
No. I mean, what? Again, you
start the year out with the 12-game hitting streak.
Yeah,
and
that's a major league record.
And what in the past have the people in charge at the Cardinals done to make you think, oh well, yeah, you're right. Send him to the minor.
When's the last time they brought up a prospect on opening day that was a rookie and they kept him there? It was Albert Pujols. Who was the general manager back then? Walt Jocketty.
Yeah,
and again, Mozeliak does not know what he's doing at this point. I don't think he knows what he's doing. And I'm not. I haven't won a World Series. I've never been a general manager for a day. I've never been the president of basketball operations for a day. But I'm going to tell you what I do know. I do know the fact that you can't pull the rug out from somebody like you did Walker. I know that you can't treat a guy that you just brought in. And I don't care what Rhodes says he didn't conform to the Cubs' work ethic. So they asked him to what they asked him to do. Great. The way that he's acting right now, that tells me that somebody's not whatever with that situation. But you don't do either way. Even if he was a piece of garbage, you don't do that to him the way that you did it, because you got to be professional. You don't do the crap that Ali Marmol has done to his players in the media. And you keep like you said, you keep all this crap out of the media and you handle it behind closed doors.
Why? And you started right off the bat.
Yeah.
With O'Neill.
Yeah.
I know you were trying to make a coach's point or whatever you may have been, but you do that. You call that kid out or that player out between you and him, or you and the team, not the whole United States.
Yeah. Everybody saw it. Now, again, you're putting the spotlight in places it doesn't need to be. You're allowing outside voices like ours who sit here and like, what the hell are they doing? And it was a great quote from Randy Carricker. They brought Chris Kerber, the voice of the Blues, on. And the first thing he said was, when he brought Kerber on, was saying, well, I know we don't have the Blues playoff hockey going on right now, but hey, the Cardinals stink so bad, we got plenty of stuff to talk about. That's exactly right. There is so much wrong with them. People say, they want to hear us talk about local sports. God, you can take the stuff that's happened with the Cardinals and use it as a microcosm of how to coach and how to manage things on a basketball, on a baseball, on a football level in the local sports right here. Because everything that they've done has been wrong. It is not.
It's just so bizarre.
Name something they've done right. I'll wait. But it's going to be dead air. I could give you the commercial time to think about it. They haven't this year. They haven't done Jack Diddley right. I'm serious. Name a move that was like, okay, yeah, that was a good one. They bring in Contreras and they screw that up. That was either that or the Murphy kid from Oakland that you had to trade like 2 or 3 guys for. The guys that you say that you won't trade over your dead body, and then you find a way to put them on the bench.
Well, and look at
case in point.
Carlson has been playing a little better now that he's playing.
No way.
You can't keep it. That's the other thing I don't understand. You got that many young guys, and you keep yanking them in and out of a lineup. I don't know that that's good for any of them.
No, I mean, they want consistency. They want.
You don't know if your name's going to be on the card.
Yeah.
Every day you come to the ballpark, you're like, well, am I going to be playing? Am I going to be sitting? What position am I going to be playing?
Yeah, it's the worst. Like, I got to bring all these gloves to the game. So am I going to be this guy?
And maybe that's part of the problem. We have too many guys that are utility, multiple. Not
you can still have them there and use them in the case that someone gets hurt for an extended period of time. But why not have a more set lineup? Why not have you are the 4th outfielder. It's done, said, deal. The only way you're going to come back from this is if someone gets hurt. and then you start performing, because then if they come back and you're not, then you're going to go right back. Alec Burleson should never, ever, 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 not even if there is a damn fire, be a starting outfielder for their team. He should be the guy who gets to play on the rest day, on the scheduled rest day. You're the fourth guy. You're the guy who he gets hurt. That's who we need. That's who we need to play.
Right now, it's Carlson. In my opinion, you got to have
Newt's got to play.
Carlson and maybe Donovan. I don't know who else is that? Who's the
I
third?
know where he's at. He's at freaking AAA.
I know where he's at. If you're not going to bring him up.
Yeah, if you're not going to bring him up, put him back at third base anyway and let him play his natural position. They made him an outfielder so he could play, so they could bring him up. They put him on the open day roster so they could send him his ass back down, and then he doesn't play. It makes no sense. And when O'Neal gets done being hurt for the 900th time,
I'm eating words. I'm eating crow on him.
Well, so you're gonna have to, if you're not bringing up Walker, you got to put Donovan out there, and then you got to play DeYoung at short, and then you got to play. You got to figure out what you're gonna do with Edmund or Gorman. Gorman needs to play every single freaking day. Okay,
somewhere.
The guy is leading us in 2 of the 3 offensive categories. I don't know about on base percentage. I never look at it. I look at average. I look at home runs and RBIs. I'm still old school like that. And the guy doesn't hit for average. But you know what? He probably would hit a lot better if he got more regular at bats against left-handed guys, against right-handed guys.
Oh, that time they pinched.
And then I brought up 2-time DFA Taylor Motter.
Why did they even bring him? What?
Again, there you go. Tell me something they done right. Tell me.
Probably a good place to go to a break is right
it
there.
It is probably a good idea.
With Tyler Motter, whatever the hell his name is.
Tyler.
What the hell?
I know.
Is that?
I don't know.
Might as well bring Carpenter back. I'm sure someone else will.
All right. On that note, we're going to break.
I just want Ron Rose to hear it.
We'll be right back. More Coach's Box with me and Jarvis. See ya.
I'm the latest hashtag challenge, and everyone on social media is trying me. I'm trending so hard that hashtag common sense can't keep up. This is gonna get tens and tens of views. But if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, you could be left to pay for this yourself.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Bucks and Barnhart welcomes back the 2-pound pork steak special every Thursday. Kids eat free every Tuesday, and all-you-can-eat soup and salad every day, all day, only at Case and Bucks and Barnhart, home of over 55 appetizers. Learn more at caseandbucksbarnhart.com.
For 24 years, really enjoyed being a basketball coach. When I retired from coaching, I decided that I wanted to get back into the media world. I look at it from more of a coach's point of view. I love to showcase guests. I love to tell their stories, not just locally, regionally, but nationally as well. Joe Namath, Kurt Warner, Patrick Ewing, Peyton Smith. Not just talk about their accolades, but what they have given back to the game, what they've given back as leaders in their community. And I want people to be able to listen to my show and to be able to take that into their lives. They're going to be able to live their life like a champion. That's a show right there that I feel like is worth listening to.
for Logan Cann!
And we're back. Coach's Box 2. Two people.
Two people.
Two people from the Coach's Box. And since we're kind of in charge,
Yeah.
the Lakers didn't play very well last night and
Darn.
lost the game to Golden State. And gosh, I had to watch Klay Thompson. But hopefully AD gets whatever happened to him. He had to take it out. God, he's so fragile.
He got a forearm to the face. Wasn't it a forearm?
Yeah, and he acted like he had concussed or something.
You remember that movie with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson? It's called Unbreakable.
Uh-huh.
And Bruce Willis couldn't be hurt, and then Samuel L. Jackson always was hurt and in a wheelchair. I see that in Anthony Davis's future. I see him as being the
LeBron
glass man.
pulling him in a little wagon.
Come on, nobody. I'll take you there.
Oh, man. And LeBron he just had the biggest pissed off face during that game. So we'll see what happens on Saturday.
I'm really disappointed in that.
I'm sure you are. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I got to root for my Lakers.
I am rooting for Golden State all the way.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Who's likable?
Curry
isn't. He's cocky.
Dude, if I could shoot as good as Steph Curry,
I just don't.
I would. You have no idea how much crap I would talk if I could shoot a quarter as good as he can. Just a quarter.
I don't know. Him, Draymond, them, all of them.
And
Wiggins, he's likable.
No, he went to Kansas.
That's true.
That's the worst thing about him.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he went to Kansas.
But
Rock, chalk, chicken, hawk.
it's the NBA. It's I watch it. It's
not real basketball.
It's been getting me through some workouts. That's about it. I get on the treadmill and at least passes the time away.
You're not watching the CNN town hall?
No. CNN is not in my. That's not even on my
highest ratings they'll probably have for a while. Then it's gone.
Not watching those CNN.
So, yeah, I'm kind of curious to see though if the Warriors can come back from this because they'll be coming back from a 3-1 deficit.
They're losing.
So?
Is it Saturday? I think they play or Friday, whatever.
It's at Los Angeles, is it not?
Yeah, and they have not done well in Los Angeles.
They haven't done well on the road. Period.
No. So
we'll see.
Los Angeles has to pull out all the stops to win that one there.
Well, LeBron has to be the best player in the world.
Yeah, I mean Walker had that game. Walker the fourth.
Yeah,
but then they tried to play him a bunch yesterday, and he didn't. He just didn't hit the shots like he did. And I kind of agreed with the announcers. They were talking about how role players like that usually play well at home, but when they get in a hostile environment like he was there at Oracle, whatever that stadium's called now. Yeah. So I don't know. Go Lakers. Let's get it done. Game 6. Because if we go to Golden State, it's over.
Oh, you think so? It's over?
Oh, if it goes to Game 7, it's over. Lakers are not going to beat them at home.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Don't think so.
I don't know, man.
We got a lot of district baseball getting ready to start. I know the Herculean Black Cats are in a district down there and down south, and we are squaring off against Perryville in the 4-5 game. And guess what you get if you win that one? Oh,
what do you get, Jason?
On Monday, you get Park Hill. So
are they okay?
They're not bad. I think they're the number 1 seed. I think Pius number 1 seed in their district, right?
Pius number 1 seed. Beat Valley Park. Valley Park's second best team.
We just
got a bye.
We just beat Valley Park this past week. 1-0.
Go.
1-0. Dylan Black jacked one to right field in our over there at Herculaneum, and it was because our porch is a little short over there, but it was up in the trees.
What's wrong with having the short porch?
It was a no doubter, and Dylan Black yanked it out of there, and then the Black Cats played DeSoto. They added a game yesterday, and my son hit his first Ding Dong Johnson, and a 2-run shot in the first inning. I didn't get there to see it. I was so upset. I had elementary basketball camp, and we've talked about that on this show. People don't realize some of the stuff that you miss as a coach. But I got there I got there afterwards, a couple innings later. By the time the camp was over, and got harassed by a lot. Coach Jarvis should have been here a couple innings ago. Harassed me a little bit.
How do you hit the rest of the game?
Not so good. I don't remember.
Maybe he should be like, "Yeah, why don't you just not?"
I think he lined out and he ground. Yeah, well, I won't be there Saturday. And Coach Boss kind of texted me after the home run. Hey, hit a home run. I guess you shouldn't come Saturday either.
Ouch.
Because he didn't know I was going to a coaching clinic this weekend anyway. So I won't be there Saturday. So I just hope for my sake they can win and beat Perryville. They lost to Perryville 7-6 on a play at the home plate. He was called safe, and that's what the umpire saw, and that's what we're going to go with. But they lost 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th, so against Perryville. So tight game. So I'm looking to think that Saturday will be tough, and if they can get that, though, it's going to get even tougher. But baseball, as Deering pointed out, you can be 11-14 and win a state championship.
Yes, you can.
So. We'll see what happens.
Team gets hot and
got to beat Perryville first, and if they can do that, then they got to take their shot at Park Hills. Man, Park Hills is just pumping out athletes down there.
Well,
football.
They do good. They do a good job with the kids they have.
Baseball, good.
Yep.
Track, good.
What are they bad at?
They're good at softball, I think, too, aren't they?
I don't know. I don't know if they have softball.
Yeah, they're just good. I'm sure they do, and I'm sure
their tennis
good.
team any good?
Probably.
Oh. Chess club?
Well, I don't know.
Sideline cheer?
I did see a former Crystal City graduate in Coach Nelly up there. I think he won either a state or a district title again up at Marquette, maybe? Yeah, guy. But, local sports. We got track districts and all that coming up. I think our 4x1 or our 4x2 team at Herky broke a record the other day, and they're running fast. Barr, he can motor on the track, man. That kid can run. And the two Myers boys and Cam Harris broke a record over there that'd been around for a long time, and they're hoping it'll carry them to state. And a lot of good things going on in spring sports.
Yeah. No, it's I told you when we first started the show, man. It's a loaded spring.
Well, it's so compact. And we've had a week where we played 3 games. I think we had another week we played 4. We had another week I think they might have played 5 in 1 week. You just got to, hey, good weather, let's get it.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of it because right now it's raining and crap.
Yeah, it's kind of crappy on the way here.
Yeah, it was. Looked bad. We also got some coaching movement. I know our fan of the show, Tim Shumpert, brought that up. He's like, yeah, he's going to talk about coaching movement in the area. I'm like, I don't know, maybe. But, Dan Johnson, new head boys basketball coach at your alma mater.
Festus Tigers, baby.
Tigers coming back to the Jefferson County Athletic Association.
Yeah, he was MAAA there for a minute and then right back up here to the...
Got to come home.
Look at how the Hillsboro Festus games were already this year. And now...
I didn't want to say it.
Now...
I didn't want to say it.
You add Johnson. You have his former assistant in Saharsky over there at Hillsboro. Wow. Throw a little more fuel on that fire. You got Johnson's... The guy he's taking over as his boss as the AD.
Yeah.
Some interesting stuff there, man.
Stuff there. Oh, yeah.
Now, I haven't heard if Festus has hired a girls coach yet.
I don't think they have.
Don't think I've heard anything on that yet.
I don't think so. I don't even know. I've heard people's names thrown out, but they have not hired anybody.
I think one of them might be a fan of the show.
His name's been tied to a lot of different
jobs. His
name's
tied about every other girl's job I hear.
That's what I hear. We won't say who it is, but he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
He watches.
He likes salsa from Matt Carpenter.
Coach Mapes from Park Hill Central is taking his talents over to Farmington to be an assistant coach.
Is it assistant coach?
I believe so.
Oh, so it's not basketball operations or something?
Well, I mean, that might be what his job title is, but I know that I believe he's going to be an assistant coach for Farmington. I mean, I could be wrong. So anybody who wants to jump in and chime in and tell us, like, hey, you're an idiot, that's not exactly the case. We're just going to go off hearsay here on the show.
Hey, we don't spin facts. We spin what we want.
We call it like we see it.
Yeah.
Like I see it. That's what's happening.
Well, see, I did hear that Mapes was going to be at Farmington. I don't know,
Yeah, I mean, but that's a pretty good pickup for Farmington. I would say.
Have you heard anything then about who's going to replace Johnson at North County? Is the AD Palmer going to come back?
I don't know. I've heard that they're going to probably make an announcement next couple of days.
Oh, so next couple of days. Okay.
Yeah, that's again scuttlebutt. So
a lot of scuttlebutt about a lot of stuff that goes on around.
Yeah. Well, it's between the end of February, end of basketball season, up until just about next couple weeks. There's all kinds. The rumor mill as far as who's going where and who's doing what.
There is Mapes' elementary basketball admin or something like that.
That'd be a great job. Elementary basketball admin. You going to tell Herky? It's like, hey, listen, this is what I want to do. I don't want to teach social studies anymore.
Well,
I want this.
I want this. How do we create this?
Well, I mean, it'd be a good way to coach Weston for a while.
Oh man,
Bring it right
it's
on
funny.
up.
We were talking about that the other day. Might have to push back the retirement a little bit.
Well, what you do is you just say at whatever point you go, I don't want to be the head coach anymore. I want to coach the younger kids, and then you get these really good groups coming up, and then, hey, you know what? I want to be a head coach again, and these kids have all played for me, so now I bring my kids that I've coached. I think that happens a lot down south, by the way.
I was gonna say that's happened in some areas, not around these parts, but other parts.
Oh yeah, that's a fairly common practice.
Is there any
Ron Rhodes says Festus is naming head girls basketball coach next board meeting.
Ooh.
Coach Rhodes knows some stuff about
yeah,
he's
been named that before.
Wonder
at a
if
Festus board meeting.
Wonder if we'll see her a remix. That would be like the second time
I know
around.
what a remix is,
no,
buddy.
I was
back when the mixtapes were around.
No, I was letting Coach Rhodes know that because back then you couldn't remix a vinyl album.
How do you know that, Coach? My brother Dave is asking.
Well,
Well, because he's Ron Rhodes.
He's Ron Rhodes.
Yeah, he knows.
He's connected. So yeah, a lot of head coach movement.
I'm trying to think of what other coaches have moved.
Trying to think. Yeah,
I mean, who brought that up?
What?
The coaching movement.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Hey,
we don't have a plan for the show. We just wing it because apparently we thought other things were going to be happening, and it didn't.
Well, we know that the stalwarts are going to be here, and that would be us. Me and Miller. I mean, I can't remember the last time one of us has missed.
I remember the last time I missed, and it was when you guys did the show in McVey's room. That's
God,
that's the last time.
A long time ago.
It's over a year ago. Yeah.
It's because you're the stalwart. I mean, you're the man.
You don't use big words. I'm just here. I know how to set crap up.
What about Coach Trimmer? Yeah.
So,
you have some news on your staff, buddy.
Well, for those of y'all who don't know, Coach McVey, he stepped down from being the assistant basketball coach with me, all in good terms. Me and Zach are still really good friends. He's still going to be on the show whenever baseball season's over with. We give him a hard time for not being here.
We'll see.
Still going to be working here at St. Pius, so let's just quelch all those.
I'm trying to get him to put, on assignment like Shooty or something.
But we did make a hire here. Oh gosh, he could have showed up.
Yeah,
we could have another Jughead
texted him
show
tonight. We could have had a Jughead show. But anyway, go ahead.
So we're gonna be hiring Chris Trimmer, whose last time was the head coach at Woodland the last time he was coaching. He was retired last year. He's actually been the St. Pius boys basketball coach from 98 to 2001.
Coach here at some time.
St. Jen, Valley Catholic,
Crystal City,
Windsor, Oak Ridge.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna run out of names. Hey, someone's been in more places than us.
He's also been doing it for 40 years, Jason. You put us both together, and yeah.
Hey, I don't know. Next year will be year 24 for me. It's getting there.
Well, that's true. So I'm excited about getting Coach Trimmer up here and getting him around our kids. I know he brings a lot of experience. He's won over 500 games, so that's definitely a plus. I'll never win over 500 games, but it's nice to have somebody you can work with, learn from.
It'd be nice to get to 100, but anyway.
Sometimes it takes a while, man. I know that feeling.
Shoot, it's taken.
Yeah, I know. But that's a good pickup for us, and
Hey, while we're talking about movement,
okay.
Any people interested in coaching basketball and want to coach with me and Coach Buddy over at Herculaneum High School, you can give me a call or text. My number's all over the internet.
You can just
Twitter.
message here on the coach's box, and we'll pass that along to Jason.
I'm looking for 7th, 8th, and 9th grade coach. I lost my longtime assistant, who I want to talk a little bit about because he did such a great job at Herky, 24 years, I believe. Coach Sean Goodwin, and lucky for him, he's going into retirement. And so he retired. I had another coach just got married and is coaching 3 sports, so he decided he needed to step away from one at least. So I'm losing Coach Hyde, and then I had another coach, Coach Cheney, who needed to step away for some family reasons too. So all of them great guys I had. Now I need some new great guys, and so we're looking for some coaches up there at Herky. So if you're interested in coaching some basketball, let me know.
Jason, I have literally the greatest idea I've ever had.
Uh-oh.
You should hire David Jarvis to be your assistant.
I've thrown that at him before, and I don't know that his job can allow him to do that.
He just shows up and coaches when he wants.
Okay, I'm not Riley Blair here. But all right.
Well, wait a minute. Hey, would you rather him get thrown out in the stands or get thrown out when he's on your bench?
I don't know, man. 2 jugheads on the bench, man. I could name a few officials we're not going to be good with.
No, he would be fine.
He would be fine. Look. I mean, I think I've calmed the heck down. So, anyway, you got 60 hours. You can get a sub cert. We can talk about coaching basketball.
Jarvis, hey, David says he's working from home now.
Hey,
sounds like his schedule just opened up.
Oh boy!
I put it out there. He's gonna yell at me when we're off the air.
No, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm glad. My brother knows basketball, man.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. I've talked to him a little bit. He knows what he's talking about.
He'd probably tell me a thing or two once in a while.
You're supposed to listen to your assistant coaches.
I do. I listen to Coach Buddy all the time.
Hey, Coach Buddy's been Coach of the Year now.
I know. I haven't. So
that's right. He's Coach of the Year.
He was.
Bruce Valroy has told us that story. I don't know how many times.
Probably about 4 or 5 times.
At least 4 or 5.
Probably the last 4 or 5 times I've seen him.
You could always ask Bruce to see what he's up to next year.
I'm not even going to. I haven't heard that rumor yet, but we can start rumors.
We can start it.
Yeah,
we can start it. No,
I think
it's
he
all
quit
funny.
watching the show. I haven't seen a Valroy pop up on there recently.
It's probably coaching something right now. Probably elementary basketball.
He probably is. He's probably got like 30 3rd, 4th, 5th graders down there.
They're 3rd generation players.
Miller's dad could help Jarvis. Oh, that would be
you have so much fun with that.
I've heard how you and him are. I'm good.
What are you talking about? But you're not a son, so that's totally different.
I know, but I burned him that year. He thought I was just going to whoop your guys' butt. And you whooped us.
Well,
he may have lost money on that deal. I don't know.
Sorry, he did. So sorry.
Yeah, sure you are, but
absolutely not.
I really am at odds. We could at least throw some hockey out there, but I don't even want to talk about hockey anymore. The Blues aren't playing. So it's
That's
like,
true.
I mean, that's a sport I like, but if it's not the Blues,
Yes, I get it. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we will finish our last segment of the
and
show.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up. You're watching the Coach's Box. We'll be back.
I'm the latest hashtag challenge, and everyone on social media is trying me. I'm trending so hard that hashtag common sense can't keep up. This is gonna get tens and tens of views. But if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, you could be left to pay for this yourself.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Bucks and Barnhart welcomes back the 2-pound pork steak special every Thursday. Kids eat free every Tuesday, and all-you-can-eat soup and salad every day, all day, only at Bucks and Barnhart, home of over 55 appetizers. Learn more at caseandbucksbarnhart.com.
For 24 years, really enjoyed being a basketball coach. When I retired from coaching, I decided that I wanted to get back into the media world. I look at it from more of a coach's point of view. I love to showcase guests. I love to tell their stories, not just locally, regionally, but nationally as well. Joe Namath, Kurt Warner, Patrick Healy, Katie Smith. Not just talk about their accolades, but what they have given back to the game, what they've given back as leaders in their community. And I want people to be able to listen to my show and to be able to take that into their life. They're going to be able to live their life like a champion. That's a show right there that I feel like is worth listening to.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our final segment of the Coach's Box. It is the Coach's Box 2.0, being it's just two of us. The other ones decided to skip out like a bunch of losers and have family stuff and work priorities and coaching priorities and excuses.
I know, I was going to say, that just sounds like a bunch of excuses to me.
Yeah, so, in this last segment, I think we're just going to rail on those guys for not being here. But no, I'm just kidding. But it is kind of interesting when it's just us, because we like to get the perspective of all the guys, and there isn't very many times that when we have 3 or 4 of us here, especially 5, that we all have the same viewpoint on something. So it's easier to argue. A lot of this stuff, Jason, when we talked about tonight, we agree on it. The only thing we didn't agree on was the freaking Lakers winning. And that's just almost annoying.
It
as
looks
hell.
like my brother's going to be happy. It looks like the Celtics might push it to Game 7.
There you go. Hey, Jason Tatum.
Yep.
It's the only reason I root for the Celtics.
I can't stand the Celtics.
Yeah, well, I can't stand the Lakers now.
Oh, you
I can't root for the Lakers
I know, and LeBron's just not going away.
because he won't shut up. Shut up and dribble. You liked that one, didn't you?
I'm just
Listen, that third person talking piece of crap, all about him. Absolutely not. It's over. The decision was one thing. The way he discussed becoming the NBA's all-time scoring leader and other things, no, I'm done. I don't even like him. I don't care to like him. Done. He's a me guy. I will say this, though. What was it, Dylan Brooks, the guy who was told he's not going to be re-signed by the Memphis Grizzlies no matter what happens? I think he woke up the Lakers a little bit in that first round game, series.
He did.
Yeah, and hey, credit to him for making LeBron realize he's got to actually play and get after it.
I wonder where Brooks will end up next year. A bunch of people are saying he's going to end up out of the league. And
Chinese
blah, blah, blah.
Basketball Association.
Yeah, that was a fake.
No, I was just saying that's probably a good landing spot for him. You know, but dude plays hard, I guess, but same time he can't shoot. I think I could shoot better than him.
He kept shooting threes.
Dude, when you're shooting and you ain't hitting, you need to stop. Like, take a hint, bro. You're not hitting.
Yeah, those are those uncomfortable conversations when you got to pull that kid aside and say, hey, dude, you're one of your last 20 threes, so I suggest maybe you take the ball to the hole. Or
Coach, you don't think I can make it? No. Not currently.
No, statistics say that you're not going to make it.
I mean, I appreciate the confidence in themselves to shoot it, but then at the same time, we also have to understand what realization is. Here's the facts.
And the facts, the data, because we're a data-driven society now.
Are we, though?
And baseball, as a Cardinal, analytics, there has to be some analytic reason to why they're not going to have him at catcher.
You're going to go right back.
I'm sorry. I
brought it up.
I had to beat that horse.
And you're coming right back to it.
Hopping right back on it.
Is there? You think it's really analytics driven?
No, it's moron driven. But
What?
I've never been so perplexed about a thing.
I listen to national media, and they don't have any idea what they're doing. It's one thing for us to go, what's going on with the Cardinals? What are they doing? Nobody knows. Hell, I don't even think Ali Marmol knows. He'll know it when Mosai's going to come and go, well, hey, you can't play him
Who's
like
their
that.
pitching coach? I don't even remember his name.
I don't know. He was a coach at Duke.
Parker or something? I don't know.
Peter Parker?
I don't know. He sucks. They all suck. The Cardinals suck.
It's just not great.
Blair sucks. Didn't show up.
Yeah. Zach sucks.
Zach sucks. Jim always has an excuse.
Well, he's big time.
Kevin's probably fixing technology somewhere.
Doing repairs on his house. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh, he did have
that one night. It was really bad. Showers leaking everywhere. But yeah, it's not a really great time to be a St. Louis fan of anything. You know, we don't have Blues hockey going on right now. You mentioned that.
Our Battlehawks ended up not.
No, they had a great record, didn't make the playoffs because how do you have divisions with 8 teams? Why don't you say the top 2 have to play each other and be done with it? Right? There's 8 teams in the XFL. 8 freaking teams.
And we had, the third best record?
Third best record. Oh, hey, and the other part of it, we had better attendance than 3 of the teams put together.
Yeah.
The XFL
that ain't going nowhere next year.
Yeah, they might go somewhere. It might not be.
Think AJ McCarron's going to back up somebody somewhere?
I'm just saying the XFL might not be around next year.
I mean, that's why I'm saying, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he might
put up some numbers.
He might get an invite.
Put up some numbers, but he's old.
Well, in terms of quarterback years, he is, but I don't know. But St. Louis is kind of struggling with, sports right now. We're just kind of think that's why there's a lot of attention on the local scene right now with our local sports and what they're doing. As far as the Cardinals are concerned, they suck, and people don't want to go watch them. So,
I mean, all I hear about out of St. Louis is that one lady and resigned from her position or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, Kim Gardner?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We could really get on some stuff there, but we'll touch that.
I mean, we ain't got those other guys here. So you know how they are with stuff like, oh, say it. I mean, both of them would probably run for office at some point to be mayors or aldermen. Well, that was what Blair ran for, wasn't it?
Yeah, he ran for alderman.
Yeah, so
Alderman Blair.
He's got to play the politician.
Look at that. You had a headset over
Dude,
there.
I don't even want to talk about it.
You had a
it's
mic.
so bad. Look, here, let's put here's where Blair would have sat.
And Blair was supposed to bring the agenda.
Yeah,
He didn't show up.
Didn't show up.
And
Topics,
Zach McVey
everything.
was supposed to give us some topics. He got nothing.
Yeah. What did these guys bring to the table again?
I don't know. I mean, we
either.
might as well. If I'd have known a little bit in advance, maybe me and you could have. We could have just talked about them.
Yeah, no, we could have came up with all kinds of things.
That's them. You have the view of nobody.
Yeah, I just said that's the view of we have a little bit of a delay on the thing, but yeah, we just show you where they Blair was supposed to sit, and Casper strikes again, and he's not here.
I know we're gonna have name them different ghost.
You know what we could do? We could bring on some of the fans of the show. That's what we should do.
I think we need to bring on Schompert.
I don't know. Tim could come on here. I mean, he might feel like we'd attack him as an official. He did referee a soccer game here at St. Pius the other night.
I mean, I ain't gonna attack him as official.
I think
he only threw me out of a summer league game.
It's only summer league. Doesn't even count. Doesn't even count.
Hey, no big deal. Instead
it'd be fun.
ripping on the Cardinals, you could have been talking. No, not talking local. No,
I don't even know what sport. So, next time one of these clowns don't show up or they got something to do, you know what? We're just gonna bring on a fan. So if you want on, just go ahead and comment.
Oh, he said bring it on.
There we go.
Wow.
Hey, you have to bring him on here. He can. We have another officiating episode. We talk about officiating because he officiates multiple sports. He can talk about.
Does he do umpire?
I don't know. Tim, you do umpire or you do that sport we don't talk about on this show in the spring?
Oh, does he do that sport?
Yeah, he was just here. I just said that.
Oh, I didn't catch that. So he does soccer.
Yeah, apparently he's working with some elderly guy who is whatever in the middle. So there's three of them, and
you don't know any of their names.
I don't know soccer officials.
I don't know what their names are.
No way.
I don't even know what they do.
I've only been to two soccer games in my life.
I do know they make sure they throw it over their head, two hands.
I still don't understand all that.
When it's
they got to drag the foot or something. It's weird. That's weird. Just throw the stinking thing in and let's go.
There's a lot of things that are weird.
So weird. It's terrible.
He used to umpire baseball and referee volleyball.
Oh, there you go. See? Yeah,
maybe that's
what
I should do. I should learn how to do volleyball and
stand on the thing
and learn how to umpire baseball. I've watched enough of it. I'd be dangerous back there behind the plate.
I think you'd be like Frank Drebin in The Naked Gun. Everything's a strike.
I'd have guys kicking dirt on me.
That's okay.
Yeah. My strike zone would be pretty wide. I'd want to get that game moving. Sometimes
that's
in
right.
Games.
That's right. You let the kids throw strikes. Let them put the ball in play, and let's move things along here.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to. That's why I won't do baseball.
Oh, hey.
Oh man, he'd be on the coach's box permanently.
So if David Jarvis becomes the other Coach Jarvis, we could bring him on the coach's box. He could be like in queue in case some of these guys just I can't make it. All right, Jughead, you're on. Boom. There it is.
I mean, we're gonna have to do some research. We may need to invite a different person on here with as much absenteeism we're having. Some of these guys would have lost credit. They would have lost credit if they were in our class.
No. It's like COVID. When you don't show up, it's like, no, hold harmless. It's fine. You don't have to come to school anymore.
Hold harmless.
Yeah. Remember that term? That's great. Oh, you can't fail now. Did you learn anything? Absolutely not. But you know what? You can't fail me.
But I will say that we're gonna be wrapping it up here soon,
Yep.
and I will say, getting out of here about 9:30ish or so after we pack all this up, since it's just me and you.
Yep.
It's gonna be pretty nice.
Be pretty nice, Hey, we get a chance to sit down and shoot
Have
the bull a
some
little
fun
bit
and actually talk about sports. Oh, and show up.
and
Even change venues.
yeah, called the audibles. Still made it work.
Yeah, I mean, Joel's down there making money. I get it.
Got to do what you got to do, man.
He would have made money off of us, but probably not as much.
Not as much as having
a
about
table
20.
of 20.
Wait. They took 3 tables and put them together. It was both those tables on the back.
Wasn't
and
the
then
Buckeye guys, was
and
it?
then no, it was like a whole family of people. And it was a table, both those 2 tables that we use, and then that another table going that way from the bar, coming from the wall out. And it was just like people. I don't know where they got the extra chairs. So I walked in there, I'm like, oh gosh, they're ordering. Yeah, that's not going to work. So, hey, we need to do something quick.
We went in there in Cinco de Mayo, and we were like, nope, we're not waiting that long.
Okay, so the question is, was it as crazy as the Joel's commercial?
Dude, so when I did my commercial today, I was like, should I at the end go, live from La Pachanga Restaurant? I mean, I didn't know if I should do that. So I was like, man, will Joel get mad? I'm making fun.
We making fun. It's a hell of a commercial. It sticks in your mind.
Oh, my God. La Pachanga Restaurant.
And say it twice. So make sure you know.
Woo.
And the whole thing's in Spanish, though.
Oh, man, I shook the whole whole screen.
I know. I was like, whoa, gosh. It's earthquake.
Dave says the show's better anyway without him.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I didn't have to see Blair's head shining.
Hey, we give the people, or, hey, what's going on? You're talking like this. We gotta give the people what they want. And what they want, this right here. There you go. Easy enough.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Pretty much. But, yeah, we're going to be calling it a show tonight. Oh, Riley's watching. Guess what, Riley? The music, you show up, and I turn
the music came on right when he showed up.
Right when I see he's on there.
Yeah.
Because it's time to wrap the show
He knew
up.
we were talking about him.
Probably his ears are burning. But, hey, we will be on next week come hell or high water, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure that Miller will be here and Coach Jarvis. Other than that, guys, it's big question marks.
That's right. You got, it's like the Cal Ripken Juniors.
Just don't know.
Some people got to take days off, to take games off.
Man,
some people are like Anthony Davis.
I know. I was going to say we got a bunch of ADs on our team, or Leonard's.
Right.
Where is the cell phone cop at
GCS
tonight?
Ballpark. Yep,
I forgot.
Lancers playing up there
Are they
tonight.
winning? Have you gotten anything?
I don't know. I checked Twitter. I was trying to do all of this, man.
We'll be on Wednesday or Thursday next week. I'm not.
You know what? I don't know. And you know what? I don't like when people ask me.
Yeah, we don't know. That'll be a text message this weekend.
That'll be like, what's everybody's schedules look like? We try. Hey, you know what, Jason? If me and you can make it work, everybody else, if you can't show up, you can't show up.
We'll invite the guest.
That's right. We'll just put it out there and say, hey, you want to be on the show? You're on the show.
You call how you see it.
That's right. Come in here.
That might be scary, though. We're inviting Tim. If we invite my brother, we invite some of these people, we may get ripped.
That's true. You know what? That's okay.
I've been ribbed before.
Yeah,
it's
the
all
first
good.
time. I grew up with it.
I grew up with it.
I'll go down to the farm this weekend and get ripped plenty, so that's not a big deal. That's just a Saturday.
I will say it was a good weekend down at Piedmont. My phone didn't work. It was awesome. I didn't have to worry about much of anything.
Well, I mean, it was a great time in Annapolis. My phone didn't work, and I couldn't hardly walk for the next couple days. Fence building. That's exactly right. I wish it had been for maybe stumbling around from having too many beverages or something before with all that, but got some stuff done.
Either next Wednesday or Thursday, we'll be back on the Coach's Box. I know that I'll be there, and I know that Coach Miller will be there. Other than that, we don't know.
We don't know, man, but you know what? It was great that you guys got a chance to hang out with us, and we like to hang out with you guys, and we will see you at some point next week. So make sure you guys have a great night.
Yeah, and good luck to all the county baseball teams out there and the tracksters that are going to be after it this weekend on a lot of district track meets. I know Herky's hosting one Saturday. My daughter will be throwing the jab and the discus, and I wish all the Herculaneum Black Cats well.
Absolutely, and good luck to all the Lancers and all the activities that they're doing this weekend. And
you know, we always root here for county athletes.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're always rooting for Jefferson County. If we get beat, tip your hat. Now go whoop some ass. You know,
pretty much. That's how it should be anyway. You know, we all root for the kids, and especially our local kids who we've either coach against or you get to coach, or you know they're in your school, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what you want to do.
Yep.
So if hopefully we'll have some good news to talk about next week as far as our county athletes, and for all the guys who aren't here because they're losers, and for
Blair, kind of like summer basketball. Anyway.
Yeah, just not show up. But see you guys next week for another episode of the Coach's Box. Stay safe. Good night.
Deuces.
Thanks for watching another rib-tickling, gut-busting, epic episode of The Coach's Box. Please like, share, and follow.